What you know you can't explain. But you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong. You don't know what it is, but it's there. Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. Experience the awakening. Brilliant anonymous researchers. Patriots, join us in the Patriot Army. Trust the plan, pain coming. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. RedStateTalkRadio.com, Brighteon.tv, Rumble.com/MG Show. The end won't be for everyone. That choice to know will be yours. Where we go one, we go all. Fight, 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 and fight we will. We fight every day right here on the MG Show. Welcome to the MG Show, the 17th day of the Schumer shutdown, and it is the 17th Happy Qth Day, guys. Welcome to the MG Show, Shady.
Oh, man, thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Welcome to another great Friday for all of you. Today, we will be going into our premium content. We may even have a choose-your-own adventure going on today. I don't want to get too far into it, but thank you, everybody, for joining us here. And we are excited, Jeff, because guess what? The nothing is happening.
The nothing is happening narrative can stop. There are arrests. There have been indictments. There's stuff happening. Guys, don't let these little, people think that there's nothing happening, because there's a lot happening, guys. A lot. Shady.
We call them ankle biters.
Yeah, we call them ankle biters at this point. Real Iron Eagle, let's get this party started, right?
Right.
And then quickly cram TY or YT. Thank you for the one subscription to the MG Show.
Nice coordination.
Guys, what?
Nice coordination with the audience there. Coordination. All
right, so Cram, thank you for the next one as well. Thank you. Welcome, CJ. Good morning to you. Finally catching you cats live again. Love my cross-country dives with M and G. Thank you, Dan 007 MNR. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
And Death Ray Laser. Don't give me cute.
Beep.
Oh, man. Well, that's all we got here for you. So if you don't like those, get on out of here, because real men get cute things. All right, Shady Girl. Oh, Lordy. Yeah. Okay, so we got this, guys. This is MSDNC, guys. They're even showing it. Let's just show nothing is happening, guys. The unsealing of the first several indictments will bring about unity and change that we can believe in, returning power to the people, returning the rule of law to our land. We stand together. We stand together as patriots, placeholders, boom, boom, boom. There's more. We've got an update because the Bolton mustache has now been indicted, Shady.
The mustache and the Bolton.
The mustache and the Bolton. So you got Letitia James indicted, James Comey indicted, Rep. LaMonica McIver indicted, John Bolton indicted, Mayor Ras Baraka, I guess apparently his charges were dropped, but Fannie Willis has been subpoenaed, soon to be
indicted.
How about who here, let's just let the audience ask, who do you think is the next indictment? Because we've got you guys have been studying this for a long time. Who do you think is the next indictment? Let's see what the audience says.
Interesting question. I know what I think, but let's see what they think.
Skip Savino, welcome. Thank you very much for joining us today. Trust 1961. Scottish Annan is here with his kilt held high. Wait, no, his head held high.
No,
and his kilt held low.
Don't get that backwards. Oh, wow.
Apple says
early.
Pence.
No, it's Friday. It's still early.
Apple says Pence. Poussant says Schiff. Bolton has already been indicted. Yao Ming says Hillary. Moody says Schiff. Bonser says Schiff. Clapper says Rambler.
Got an Obama.
Brennan, okay. Obama even. Pippins. I can't say your name right. I hope I said it right. Pence, Pencilnet, Clapper, Fawny. Fawny has been subpoenaed. We just need grand juries now. Alat Shah says Pence. Ray says Major IP. Interesting.
Wow.
Interesting. Smith. Jack Smith. Ficklefutz.
Who's that?
Well, Ficklefutz yesterday did a $5 Rumble rant to see if you could say Ficklefutz. You, not me. Ficklefutz 5 times fast. Go.
Ficklefutz.
Was that 4?
That was 5.
Okay. All right. Just checking. You did it.
So now you're not even going to count. You're going to make me do that. You're not even going to count.
I'm not counting. Podesta says Leglio.
Done too.
Leggio says Podesta. Ray would be good. Ray. So there's a lot. You guys are mixed. I think it's going to be, Shay, I think I agree with what you're going to say. I think it might be, I guess one of 2 people. Pence, and then you've got unindicted co-conspirators with Brennan, right? So his daughters or something like that. So Bolton.
Daughter and wife.
Daughter and wife. So I'm not sure. Schiff is what people like Flynn says.
Boy, that'd be nice.
Garden gnome. Oh boy, your lips to God's
No
ears.
kidding, buddy. Holy crap.
So Miss Seabear says you were a little shaky on the Ficklefutz, but I think you did good.
Who said that?
That was Miss Seabear 77.
A little shaky.
Yeah. Ficklefutz.
I can do it. How long do you need me to go?
I don't know. But we love you guys.
Wow, man. I can't believe I was challenged. I got the gong. I'm out.
C Page's got the popcorn. Milky Mariano, Mikey, says Comey's daughter. Interesting. G Brothers, thank you for the subscription as well. Wow. So you guys, Shady, what do you think?
I mean, I kind of think that we may be on the shift pattern here. And I think that it's
shift has hit the fan.
The shift may hit the fan, and it's going to be. I think that it's going to be a good next or somewhere close to now, because it's not going to be, number one, it's not going to be related directly to the Russia stuff. It's going to be related to this mortgage thing, and I think that this whole thing that's going on with Letitia James and the mortgage fraud is going to. Remember, Jeff, way back in the day where you heard in school and they told you that Al Capone was like the worst mafia guy in the world, and that he killed all these people and he traded all these drugs and they busted him on tax evasion. You know, you got to have to get them wherever we got to get them. And I think they may be getting shift on a mortgage fraud. Like a mortgage fraud and as well. It could be the other lady, too, at the Federal Reserve that has mortgage fraud. Lisa Cook. Well, I think that James, Schiff, and Cook, all 3 have the same type of mortgage fraud, which is very interesting because now we're seeing a Democrat pattern. I'm pretty sure that if you're a Republican, that most of your mortgage instruments are in order, and you probably didn't lie to get mortgages. But the Democrats seem to have a bit of a pattern that's unfolding. It's kind of interesting. John Kerry says JG1LT. I don't know, man. We'll see. I think there's going to be a lot. So, remember, let's just go through, some of these Q There are a lot of placeholders. The unsealing of the first several indictments will bring out unity and change. Okay. So Q told us on 3/12/2019 that indictments will be bringing unity and change and returning power to the people. We're only going to be able to return the rule of law to our land. And that's why President Trump, I believe, is so hell-bent on canceling these blue slips, Shady. Right. Okay, we can't get our own people that have been voted for by their state, or excuse me, Trump was voted for overwhelmingly in their state, and he can't get the judges he wants because of these damn blue slips. And we covered these, a month ago, maybe a little over a month ago? Yeah. Yes, and it's not actually the blue slip that's the issue, because the Democrats have no issue going around and just ignoring the stupid blue slip rule and putting their people in anyway. Chuck Grassley is like nodding his head and respecting them instead of just doing the right thing, which is do what they do and push them through for Trump anyway, because he was elected by a majority. He didn't just win the Electoral College people.
Right.
He literally won the popular vote for all these idiots that are like, losing
And
their
by
mind.
the way, the Antifa people at Portland don't think he won the popular vote.
I know they don't, because
So
they listen
stupid.
to the news. The TV tells them that.
All right, so let's keep going with this subject too, as well, because it is going to have to be the rule of law, and that does have a lot to do with it, this blue slip. I totally agree. But these are we're going to be tracking the indictments right here on the MG show. Everybody else is going to be like, where are the arrests? Okay, nothing's being done. And then you got Ivan Raiklin taking pictures of federal buildings saying, harass these people on the way to work.
Like literally saying, go, like, what's he talking about? Like, it's insane. He literally gives the address, the telephone numbers. And that post that you put up that explained change. This is the type of, listen, what did you hear when we played Cash Patel yesterday? What did you hear? Take out all the noise. Anybody that said anything about him, whatever, doesn't matter. What did you hear? Did you hear competent government, or did you hear cover up? You heard competent government, and that's what that post meant that Jeff just read to you. Change that we can all get behind. If the process works, if it's actually doing what it's supposed to do. Oh, by the way, isn't this interesting that the crew that you were just talking about, Raiklin, Flynn, and all those people keep telling us that this is not happening. It's not going on. These people are a scam. Bondi's a scam. Grinnell's a scam. Cash Patel's a scam. That's what they keep saying. Raiklin and Biggs, Joe Biggs, a guy who marauded over the Capitol and had contact with Michael Hastings, that guy and Ivan Raiklin agreed that this administration has done zero things that are good and productive for the American people. That is their position. He posted that yesterday. So there is no doubt in my mind. There should be no doubt in your mind where these people stand and whose side they are on. They are on the same side as the Tifa.
I'd like to also point out to our lovely viewing audience who don't have X accounts, you don't see any of this. And that's how ineffective they are. Okay.
That is true.
You hear their talking points on the mainstream news and on the streets when they say F Donald Trump, F Netanyahu, free Palestine, all that. That's their talking points, guys. Right. And Antifa, the organization, wanted to actually use Israel to split MAGA. And that's what they're trying to do.
And General Flynn and Raiklin and these people that are
Candace Owens. Come on, there's more.
Tucker Carlson, Alex Jones, all of these people, the anti-Israel crew, the Jews did it crew. Let's put it that way. That's
Ian
what
Carroll.
they are. And these people, guys, what you have to understand is they're not new. All of these networks that you're seeing, if you're on Twitter, this is what we were wading through on 8chan. And 4chan. This is the content that is everywhere there. This is what you have to go through to get to anything that's good being posted. Is all these people that are currently on Twitter, well, they were on the Chan boards 24/7. Now they've brought the whole freaking game mainstream on Twitter. This is what they were doing. This is what they're paid to do. This is the reason Doug Stewart got all mad at us, Jeff, because we started calling these people out for posting the anti-Jewish stuff 24/7. And he's like, oh, we've got like 5,000 accounts. I can help you get accounts if you'd like to help do it too.
Yeah. And I told Jim Stewart that, Flynn was a Democrat till 2022 and you can have him. I don't want him.
He's on your team.
I don't want him in my party.
He's not in our party. No. He's out there selling. Never mind. I'm not
selling. Never mind. All right. So let's look at this just in. This is from FBI. The Justice Department statements regarding indictment of former National Security Advisor John Bolton. The FBI's investigation revealed that John Bolton allegedly transmitted top secret information using personal online accounts, and retained said documents in his house in direct violation of federal law. The case was based on meticulous work from the dedicated career professionals at the FBI who followed the facts without fear or favor. Weaponization of justice will not be tolerated, and this FBI will stop at nothing to bring to justice anyone who threatens our national security, from FBI Director Kash Patel. Now, they're saying this too, Shady Girl, and here's the actually the post right there. I'm really interested, they're saying that, oh, Trump is, doing that, right? Trump is weaponizing justice. No, he's going after the people that weaponize justice against him. I mean, it just so happened it was against him. Okay.
Because it's illegal, guys. It's illegal. It's illegal for them to do the things that they were doing. It's illegal for them to present falsified information. It's illegal for them to present a case whenever they have exculpatory information in their case file. You can't have exculpatory information in your case file and then set that aside and take your case file to a judge and get a FISA warrant. That's an illegal process, and that is the process that the internals at the FBI, I think, are focusing on. And I think there's going to be I don't think we're going to end up missing a single person on this seventh floor list that we had. They all. And also,
let's go back to this, Shady. Personal online accounts, right? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sure Q never mentioned anything like that, right?
I disagree.
Boy.
Oh boy.
Who does Haberman follow? Think public and private Twitter accounts. They all have them. These people are stupid. We have it all. Q. Now, remember, Haberman, isn't that the one that's friends with Roger Stone?
Yes.
Who does Haberman follow?
We suspect maybe Haberman is his goddaughter.
Uh-huh. Think public and private Twitter accounts. So, and they also talked about Gmail and Gmail drafts. These people are stupid. They all have them, and we happen to have it all. So very interesting. That was from Nicole Tarina about personal online accounts. Thank you. I'm going to drop the link there, get it out there. But this is, stuff that we've been talking about for 7 years, Shady.
And I think that what you're kind of hitting into right there is very interesting because when Q was posting about the email stuff and the different online accounts, he was posting in a way like he already knew which accounts Obama was running, and he already knew which accounts Comey was running. So it's like this all comes out in the wash, right? It's like all of a sudden we're hearing right here off the top of the bat, we're hearing about Bolton and we're hearing about other accounts and online personalities. This is literally how they've all been able to manage their con. It's been basically a whitewash or a con job to the whole public. The things that John Bolton has said, the ways that he was critical of the Trump administration were completely out of bounds. Like nobody thinks that type stuff.
Yep. And by the way, Major IP says, Shady subscribed to YouTube. So you subscribe to Truth for Freedom on youtube.com/c/Truth for Freedom. Get over there. Let's go ahead and watch this, guys. This is when Bolton surrenders himself at the courthouse. This is the walk of shame. Here we go.
Perp walk. Dun, 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 dun.
Ambassador Bolton, do you have any comments, sir? We read your statement last night. Any comments?
No sombrero?
This is the one before the meme, Shady.
Sorry. I always get ahead of myself.
Oh, Lordy. But there it is. There's your walk of shame with Bolton. I know everybody's like, we want to see cuffs. But you know what? An indictment is still an arrest, guys. Okay? You're facing... Go ahead.
I'm so sorry, but you're so the grand jury, the indictment is
independent grand jury.
Yes, man, that is the key. That should be music to your ears because Comey and all these guys that were there before, Ray, all these people, they didn't use the grand jury system. They were using this rigged way that they would blackmail people and cause people to say things that weren't true and do all these other things to manipulate, and then they would plant evidence and set people up. That's not law enforcement, man. Law enforcement is not about how you can plant drugs on somebody and then bust them for it. That's actually illegal. You see what I'm saying? So, what we're seeing here is a by the book thing in a grand jury. Actually, Jeff, it's not just the grand jury. It's the locations of the grand jury. We're getting grand jury indictments in Eastern Virginia and in areas around D.C.
Yeah. And it's going to be very important for this, guys. Let's go ahead and watch. You guys need to, make sure you understand this as well. A blue slip means that if you're a Republican president and there happens to be just one Democrat senator in a state where you are appointing a U.S. attorney or district court judge, you will never be successful in getting a Republican confirmed. In other words, blue slips are a disaster. And I have 8 great Republican U.S. attorney candidates who will not be able to fulfill their service to the people of a state that voted overwhelmingly for Trump, me. The only one I can appoint is a Democrat, and that's not the deal. Nobody can say that this is fair or even constitutional. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President DJT.
And I see Lincoln Logger, it's going to be imperative that we get convictions in these districts. And, we might not get a conviction in each one of these things, but I think that what's going to be really enlightening for people is going to be the process, right? Wasn't the process the punishment for Donald Trump? The process is the punishment. Okay, well, Donald Trump process, he stood there and showed you everything and said they don't have nothing on me and beat them all. Can these people stand there and convince the American people that Trump has nothing on them and beat them? I doubt it. We'll see.
I have 8 great U.S. attorneys, highly respected all, who will not be confirmed for their positions in various highly consequential states, only because they're Republicans. And the Democrats have convinced Chuck Grassley to honor the stupid and outdated blue slip tradition, which precludes the very talented and dedicated people from attaining high office. The Democrats violate this practice in order to get people in, but Republicans just don't. These great people's careers have been badly hurt by the radical left Democrats using an old and ridiculous custom strictly to their advantage. What a shame.
Actually, it's not a shame. It's amazing because what he's doing right now is he's fixing it. Right now, he's currently putting pressure. I saw the reactions to people that were on and underneath Chuck Grassley last night and what people are saying. And Chuck Grassley is seeing this, and everybody is letting him know exactly what it is we all think about it. And this is how you move mountains as the bully pulpit, in the presidency. You can make him change what he's doing.
It's amazing, guys. This is what he does. He's like laser pointer. 100%. Blue slips. Now the news, blue slips, and then everybody's gonna be like, blue slips are bullshit.
And then the laser. But the thing is, his laser like burns through things. Like his laser doesn't just point at it. Annihilates the enemy as soon as
it's amazing, man.
It really is.
It's amazing.
It's kind of indescribable, actually, because we've been watching it for so long. We're a little bit accustomed to it working out for him. But remember the Q drop that said, what was it? When will it ever be shown that everything Donald Trump ever said turned out to be right?
Yeah.
Because effectively, the reason that we here at the MG Show are right a lot and that he is right a lot is because you pay attention to the truth. You can you can pay attention to the truth and you can actually understand how things work and understand how it's going on and then force the issue because you know the right lever to pull or the right button to push.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting, man. Wow.
We've had political apathy, guys. It's been, when you think about it, you didn't really want George Bush pushing any of these buttons anyway, or Obama for that matter. When you think back on it, look at the power that Donald Trump is wielding right now, and then realize that Bush had that power too, and so did Obama. But they didn't use any of it because they were controlled. Bill Clinton used his power pretty profusely, like everywhere in every. Listen, I know what you did. You set up the whole thing, the 16-year plan to destroy us. Well, that was built off of your presidency, sir. I heard you start up.
Thank you, Shady. Thank you.
Oh, come on, get you back in there.
I want a deal.
You do not get a deal.
No deals. And by the way, how funny is it that Greg is doing Brit Hume all the time now? Sexy vinyl vixens.
He is ripping him up, bro. There's some Juan Williams tension going on.
Yeah, there is.
On the Brett Baer, Greg Gutfeld relationship.
Let's go back to Bolton. Check it out.
From his personal AOL email account and even shared sensitive foreign policy material after leaving the White House. But that's not all. The indictment says Bolton was hacked by a cyber actor believed to be linked to Iran. He's also accused of printing documents with defense information and storing them in his Maryland house. Defense information and storing them in his Maryland house, which the FBI found in August. Trump reacted today.
I didn't know that. You tell me for the first time, but I think he's, a bad person. I think he's a bad guy. Yeah, he's a bad guy. It's too bad, but it's the way it goes. That's the way it goes, right?
Bolton's attorney denies Bolton illegally shared or retained classified material, but if convicted, he faces decades behind bars.
Boy,
from his
this Abby Lowell is his attorney. And boy, you got Hunter Biden, you got John Bolton, you got who else? Didn't Abby Lowell have P. Diddy or something? I don't know, man.
I think he was assisting on that. There's a couple others, but yeah, he was the guy that was giving Hunter $2 billion to pay his taxes.
Wow.
That was Abby Lowell. So that's the guy. And not to mention, Comey hired the Fitzpatrick guy. The Fitzpatrick guy, who's his attorney, is the dude that leaked the information to the New York Times. Like he gave him that information that he went out and leaked to the New York Times. I don't understand how the guy that's his attorney is actually a witness in the case.
Yeah. Unbelievable, guys. Jeez, man.
I'm not kidding about it. I mean, it's like, it's
So-
not even funny.
Let's just understand the Democrat Party now. So basically, their main constituency,
Illegals.
illegal aliens, so violent criminals, and Hamas.
Yep. That's it.
Is that the Democrat Party now, guys?
In the perfect world, they would win every election. Well, Antifa.
Proved that the Democrat Party's main constituency are made up of Hamas terrorists, illegal aliens, and violent criminals. That is who the Democrat Party is catering to, not the Trump administration and not the White House and not the Republican Party, who is standing up for law-abiding Americans, not just across the country, but around the world. And that's proved.
Wow. So, wow. Interesting. Thank you,
Yes.
Caroline. She's awesome. Let me just go. Oh, boy. I tell you, there's so much going on, guys. It's crazy. Bolton is indicted. Let's see. Bolton does. Let me see. He speaks here real quick. Shady, you ready?
This is the one I was wanting.
This whole idea that there's a Trump movement out there is simply wrong. The fundamental point in politics is philosophy.
Wait. Here.
This whole idea.
Love it.
And Finn said that he was a spy for Iran. Think about how that all meshes together. He went and got Hunter Biden's lawyer. So think about that. What you're saying right there is very insightful. Muslim Brotherhood, Lisa Page, Peter Strzok, all of these people, Valerie Jarrett, all their connections to Iran. What were they doing? They're passing classified intel to Iran. What have we told you about? That the bloodline controls Iran. The CIA controls Iran. They also control Hamas. They also control Venezuela. Look at what's happening right there right now. Donald Trump is literally front-facingly getting ready to go to war with the underbelly of the CIA, the black book ops that have captured all of these countries around the world. It looks to me like, call me crazy, that we are on a freedom rampage around the world, and you're not going to get freedom unless you get rid of these clowns in governments of puppet nation states.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And, a puppet nation state is Venezuela. It's not the drug cartels. It's China.
Correct.
Why do you think we got B-52s over there? Why do you think we got, 8 ships going over there? For drug lords?
Why do you think that all the shipments from China are going there so that they can be precursors for the stuff that they're putting on those boats and shipping to America?
You know what? Let's play this because this was again. I'm kind of liking her again. Chanel Rion from OAN. Let's check this out. She's not wrong, Shady.
Trump is officially 3-0 with China. Here's what nobody's talking about. China had a heavy investment in Iran. Trump neutered them. China had a heavy investment in Gaza. Trump secured a regional firewall. China straightforwardly controlled Venezuela for 2 decades. Trump's moving in and China's blinking for a third time. And that's why everyone is asking the wrong questions when it comes to Venezuela. The cover story is this. Trump's military buildup toward Venezuela is about countering narco-terrorism and targeting drug cartels like Tren de Agua, which are tied to the President Nicolas Maduro's regime. But analysts go a step further and they still miss the mark when they say, well, this is really about regime change. It's neither of these things. I mean, yes, we've got a drug problem, but it's actually ties to a much bigger issue. Trump's Venezuela offensive is much bigger. It's his proxy war against China. And he's the only president in history who is actually fighting China where it hurts. As of this week, Trump has positioned over 10,000 U.S. troops and 8 warships in the region. We have helicopters and Reaper drones taking out narco boats. We have F-35s, and Venezuela has scrambled their jets. And this week, Trump has authorized the CIA to carry out lethal operations in Venezuela. We'll dive into that one a little deeper in the next segment. All this to ostensibly go after drug boats and fight narco terrorism. Yet everyone is taking this at face value. Listen.
Why not have the Coast Guard stop them, which it is empowered by law to do?
So Trump answers the question as asked.
Because we've been doing that for 30 years and it has been totally ineffective.
Even the ostensibly right-leaning National Review gets it wrong by musing that this is all about regime change. Here's why this whole Venezuela offensive is really about China. And this is a shadow war against Beijing. The first in history that looks like it will actually work. You see, attacking Maduro is attacking Xi Jinping. To think that Maduro is some independent agent is naive and foolish. Why is Venezuela basically China? Well, follow the money, the oil money. Again, remember what I said yesterday about why China is likely the biggest force behind the Gaza war and promoting Palestine and Hamas protests around the globe? Remember, it's about taking advantage of bad leadership that sits over cheap oil and cheap resources. China sweeps in, buys out the leadership, gets free gas, essentially. Venezuela is the poster boy of this predatory China oil game. Beijing is Venezuela's largest creditor by far. Venezuela is over $60 billion in debt to Beijing since 2007. It pays Beijing back in, you guessed it, oil. Venezuela is economically paralyzed by sanctions. The only country supporting Venezuela meaningfully is Beijing because they're the primary buyers. This forces Venezuela to sell their oil for next to nothing, meaning they'll forever be indebted to Beijing. That's the whole game. That's the way China plays. In May 2025, at the China-CELAC Forum, Beijing gave Venezuela an additional $1 billion in new oil investments, solidifying Venezuela's position as the front lines of the U.S.-China shadow war. But China's interests in Venezuela go far beyond cheap oil and economics. Chinese companies are neck deep in modernizing Venezuela's ports and telecom infrastructures. And as in all things related to Chinese companies, you're a fool to think the Chinese Communist Party does anything without making it a dual military-civilian use project. I'll say it again. China does not allow its companies to operate in the world unless it could also be used for their national security purposes. So don't be fooled when Trump is using all this force and manpower and CIA expertise in Venezuela. This is Trump taking the war to China. He's doing what no other president before him was even remotely capable of accomplishing. Trump is declaring war on China's most valuable assets: Iran, Venezuela, Gaza. What do these tin pot dictatorships have in common? They'd be nothing without the Chinese Communist Party. And China would be nothing in the geopolitical stage without them. And now Trump is taking them. Iran, Gaza, and now Venezuela. 3 strikes. You're out, Xi.
Pretty good and pretty well done. Follow the money, and she did. And that's exactly what so basically, oil for drugs, drugs for oil. That's what Venezuela is doing. And they're killing U.S. citizens because China gets 2 birds with 1 stone. They get the oil and they get to hurt America. Shady Groove.
They absolutely do. And wasn't that just spot on? And wasn't it a little bit of a breath of fresh air to hear somebody actually summarizing something with some context and some intelligence to understand what's going on instead of the hyperbolic need a paper bag way that everybody else talks about everything, whether it be Bannon or Jones or Flynn or all of these people that just like come at you with this absolute insane perspective. And then all of their repeaters come in behind and say there's something wrong with you because you're not seeing it the way that they see it. That's literally what we're watching happen. And what she's saying right there is calling directly out perfectly what it is that we have to do as America to undo what it is that our intelligence agencies have been doing for the last 100 years, which is undermining every single country and implementing a puppet government and then governing in a way that is not beneficial at all to the people that live in the country. As a matter of fact, it's beneficial to the globalist elite. That's what we've done. We've gutted the country with our power, and then we've left in place a puppet government that is spreading DEI and transgender throughout the society. There's no difference between what they're doing in all these other societies and what they were trying to do here, except these other societies can't resist their push. And so effectively what Donald Trump is doing is he's kneecapping them. He's kneecapping the process. And don't we understand from the bloodlines that we're talking about here, the drug trade is the centerpiece. The trafficking is the centerpiece of everything that it is that they've built for the last 50 or 60 years, especially. So we're taking it apart one piece at a time, and he's doing it right in front of you.
Yeah. It's awesome. Like, it's awesome to see, what we've known for a long time, but most people are not very, up on geopolitical on purpose. I mean, they don't tell you this kind of stuff. You have to go dig for it. And that's what we try to do here for you on the MG show, so you don't have to.
I mean, it even could be normalizing relations with Cuba on the horizon.
Yep.
It's like, think about that. Cuba was an amazing country before the 1950s.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and great people live there too, and they want to come here, and they live in Miami. And guess who they voted for?
They voted for Trump.
Oh, interesting.
Because Trump is anti-commie. And by the way, the Democrat Party are pro-commie.
Oh, really?
They're Antifa, but they're pro-commie.
Right. Yeah. So, but there is no Antifa.
Right. That's why they're pro-commie.
Oh my God, guys! So I want to really quick go over something. I'm trying to find a post here. Because it's very interesting. I think people need to understand, because we've got tomorrow, you've got the No King BS happening, Shady.
Yes, I plan on attending.
Yeah, so I want you to understand that the Communist Party is among many socialist and Democrat Party aligned groups involved in sponsoring the No Kings protest. All right, so this is the Communist Party USA, Federalist Unionist Network, Freedom Socialist Party. Okay. And what you need to do is, you need to let's just go to, and I'm going to show you how to do this, guys. You go to Influence Watch. Okay. Influence Watch right here, influencewatch.org. And let's put in,
it can't be that easy.
CPUSA. Okay. Communist Party USA. Let's see what they come up with. Okay. Delaware District, Communist Party USA. Here it is.
No.
Let's go look. This is them. And let's look at the funding.
This is Antifa, by the way.
This is Antifa right here, guys. I'm just,
The Antifa are pro-commie. That's the part they leave out.
Foreign membership. Oh, foreign and domestic billionaires. Imagine that. Let me see first. So this is a very good write-up on this, guys, if you guys want to, look at that. But I'm going to try to see if I can get down a little bit further to the funding. Troubles with Truman.
The meat of the matter.
The meat. Follow the meat.
Bloodlines.
Oh, money. All right. They didn't really tell you about. Okay. Anyways, we'll so let's look at another one. Let's just do that. Okay. Let's look at which one you want to look at, Shady. Pick one.
I can't.
Rise and Resist.
That's the one. Yeah, that one.
Oh, we gave you that one the other day, didn't we? RISE and RESIST. Rise and Resist.
Oh, it looks like you added some extra letters here.
Did I? Here it is right here.
Nope, you got it.
I don't know what you're talking about, bruh.
I can't see.
Bruh. All right, so this is Rise and Resist. So the funding, oh my gosh, it's A.J. Muste Memorial Institute, okay? Rise and Resist is a registered 501c4, so you don't know who donates. And if you're a 501c3, you got to say every dollar, every penny. 501c4, here's just a couple, okay? And it's very interesting. So they're funding, by them. And they're, they did a lot of the AIDS Coalition to unleash power. Remember the AIDS video, guys, that Q told us about? This is them. This is Elon Musk, Israel, Tesla, all the healthcare policy, Fox News. This is what they do. They just, want communism, Shady.
They're very active in trying to drive communism. Yeah, and it's like they don't really like what they really don't like is our resistance to it. Yeah. Whenever we start resisting the communism, then they start getting really animated and doing crazy stuff. Like they'll burn a city. They'll to scratch Teslas. I mean, they get crazy.
So when you go to the No Kings protest, maybe you might want to just print this out, okay? Yeah. And say, do you believe in the Communist Party USA? Are you a Democrat socialist? Are you a freedom socialist party?
I don't know if you've noticed, but communists don't really take kindly to Like, you can't change their minds.
Right. Yeah.
What's their
Ask them if they're communists, because I bet a lot of the people aren't.
I bet they are.
I bet they're not. I bet they don't know what they're talking about. I really do.
I honestly think that some of the young people, you might be right, but some of these older people, especially the people out here, they are communists, man. They believe in this stuff. They've believed in it since the hippie generation. You can see them out there. They're like singing songs and standing there like they're old school communists, and their kids are communists too.
Yeah. Here's the link right there, guys. If you guys want to check it out, it's right there if you want to print it out tonight. But Chuck Schumer, instead of opening up the government yesterday on October 16th, he did a commercial for No Kings.
Good.
Check it out.
Let's see that.
One of the greatest things about America, exercising the right to peacefully protest, exercising the right to free speech. This weekend's No Kings rallies will be an affirmation about what America is all about. We have
Communism.
democracy in America. We have no kings, despite the fact that Trump has even said he wants to become one.
He did not say that.
No, and Bush said he wanted to be a dictator.
And he kind of was.
And is acting in ways that are a threat to our democracy.
We're a republic. And I'm glad we're a threat. Aren't you glad we're a threat to their democracy?
I am. I thought being a threat was the fun part.
Press 47 if you're happy that you're a threat to the Democrat democracy. Press 47.
Or the commies.
Or any of them, right?
In America, we do not have dictators, and we cannot allow presidents to transform the presidency into some form of dictatorship. And now more than ever, for that reason, it is vital Americans from one end of the country to the other stand up for our basic freedoms, because Donald Trump is eroding our democracy day by day by day.
Yeah.
So this weekend, I encourage Americans everywhere, Americans who love this country, who care about our democracy. I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican or independent, a liberal or a moderate or conservative. The vast majority of Americans want to preserve this democracy.
No, they don't. We voted for Trump.
The King's rally says that in a very strong way, where millions of Americans, millions will come together to say just that. That we don't want kings in America. I will join them.
Good thing we don't have kings.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
what makes this country so great. And I say to my fellow citizens, do not let Donald Trump or Republicans intimidate you into silence.
Quiet!
Lord have mercy. Like, I can't really even imagine being someone that is like listening to that, and then like you're all of a sudden motivated. You know, like you're in the garage, you're making the sign, you're like, I'm gonna go support Chuck.
No, you're getting your paycheck, you got your signs mailed to you.
So you don't have to do anything other than like download the directions and drive there.
Right.
Put the stuff in the car.
And then step 1, paint hair green, pink, or blue.
Bring lunch.
So what does Trump say about the No Kings and Schumer's shutdown? Let's listen.
With President Trump yesterday in his first interview since brokering the historic Middle East peace deal. We discussed the plan, the ongoing government shutdown, U.S. trade relationships, and so much more. Here's what he said about the government shutdown now in day 17. Mr. President, do you think that the government shutdown is all about this rally that's happening this weekend, the No Kings rally?
No, I mean, some people say they want to delay it for the king. This is
more
not a
than
king. You know, they're referring to me as a king. I'm not a king.
Right. No, but just so that Chuck Schumer could go and say, I'm fighting Trump.
Yeah, well, Chuck is, at the end of the line. He's being beaten by everybody that they poll against him. And, what he did is he did the right thing a couple of years ago on something like this. And he got hurt by his party. And it doesn't, I don't think it matters to him. I think he's just so dead that he'll do anything. I think they could just stay out forever. I mean, to be honest with you. Now, what we're doing is we're cutting Democrat programs that we didn't want because, they made one mistake. They didn't realize that gives me the right to cut programs that Republicans never wanted, giveaways, welfare programs, etc. And we're doing that, and we're cutting them permanently. We're cutting a $20 billion project that Schumer fought for 15 years to get. And I'm cutting the project. The project is going to be dead. It is pretty much dead right now.
Oh, Chuck. So your $20 billion money grab is being cut because you didn't want to reopen the government. I mean, did you hear that? Maybe they shouldn't come back.
I mean, honestly, we got Middle East peace while they were gone.
Wow.
I mean,
President Trump,
people could think a little bit more about what does government do? Why did the founding fathers say that the government should be so small and should only have a certain amount of power? And then all of a sudden, the people in power conspired to basically classify every single move that you make as commerce so that they can regulate you. Mm. That's what has happened with our system. That's the system that Donald Trump is trying to free you from. He's trying to take away the idea that in the economy you're a commodity and have you be a principal in the economy as opposed to being chattel in the economy.
So I want to go ahead and do another one here. Let's look at indivisible. Okay, that's the no kings. That's where the map is. Okay, that's where everybody signs up. No kings right here. So indivisible action. Let's go to that. That's a hybrid pack. Okay. But let's go to associate with indivisible. Let's go to indivisible. It's Indivisible Project or Indivisible. It's a left of center 501c4, so you can't tell who donates to it. And it was created in 2016 as a response to the first election of Donald J. Trump. This established to provide left of center voters a practical guide for resisting the Trump agenda to make America great again. Wow. Resist. I don't want America great again, JD.
No, we want to keep America in the dumps the way it's been, so we keep our needles on the street and don't clean up the trash.
So they had signed this petition of the Green New Scam, opposed the use of nuclear energy. The organization was founded by two left of center activists who had congressional staffers and had ties to the left of center economic policy advocacy group called Prosperity Now. Okay, since 2016, Indivisible has sponsored events like Resist Fest in Santa Cruz, cardboard congressman demonstrations in Republican-controlled congressional districts, and local Resist Trump Tuesday meetings. 2029, the review of Indivisible's American Communities Project analyzed Indivisible's list of local affiliates and found that samples of 4,600 listed groups have never fully organized beyond registering as a group and had no ongoing connection to Indivisible. Indivisible oversees its member groups by requiring them to register with Indivisible to be eligible for reimbursement of costs associated with the anti-Trump protests. These are paid for. No.
It's completely organic. They just wrote this down before they ended up organizing.
Right. Upon registration of demonstration, local organizers are contacted by Indivisible national organizers. Indivisible instructs and trains local organizers on what talking points to promote and what policies they should advocate for and how to gain publicity. Interesting. So Ezra Levin and Leah Greenberg, that's the people that started this in 2016. They wanted a movement like the conservative Tea Party opposition to Barack Hussein Obama administration on the Democrat side. The co-founder and executive coordinator Leah Greenberg published a press release in response to Hillary Clinton's speech in 2024 Democratic National Convention, describing the full circle moment as she revealed thousands of Indivisible activists volunteered for Clinton's 2016 presidential campaign. Ugh. And let's see, affiliate organizations. Okay, here you go. This is what communism looks like, guys. Indivisible's most prominent allies include Democrat Socialists of America, the ACLU, MoveOn.org, Planned Parenthood, and Working Families Party, and the Tides Foundation. Okay, the Tides Foundation supported them with monetary things. I'm sure we don't know about Reid Hoffman. Oh, shoot. Yes, Reid Hoffman is also.
Tides Foundation.
Yeah. And I said the Tides Foundation, did I?
Yes, you did.
Okay, good.
I'm saying that we know. I'm just saying that we know about these are directly that have been mentioned by the administration within the last week.
Yep. So as of March 2025, Indivisible was listed as one of the partner organizations for families over billionaires, even though the billionaires are funding all this. Okay, isn't that weird, Shady Groove?
It's just weird, man.
That Soros and Hans-Jörg Wyss and foreign and domestic Bill Gates, billionaires are funding this, and they have a families over billionaires. Do you think Bill Gates cares about your family?
But the interesting thing is that all these people that are paying for the No Kings rally are the kings and queens of the world. Right. It's the foreign money from the people out of America that are trying to manipulate the American sentiment or an American policy to force us into this position where we have to say, oh, yes, sir, I'll take a shot. Oh, yes, sir, I'll put the mask on. That's what a tyrant does. In case they don't know, a tyrant and a king is the same thing.
So Indivisible is reported to have ties with and numerous links to the Democracy Alliance. Okay. Who's the Democracy Alliance?
Oh, we know them.
George Soros. Media Matters. That attacked us.
Yeah, the people that took the show down.
Wow. Funding.
They told us we weren't allowed to talk to you. And all these platforms, they told them that too, and they believed them.
Yep. Look at this. Media Matters, 2.4 million. So these people that we're talking about now went after us, guys.
And the world is a lot dumber, by the way.
In 2017, Indivisible put on their P hats. You know, the Women's March, February 2017. Remember that? the P hats, Shady?
I do.
Yeah.
That was pretty disgusting.
Anti-Doge. You know, here we go. March 2025. Move On. Working Families created a new online publication called How We Fight Back. They got a manual. They got a playbook, guys. Wow. No Kings. Here it is right here, guys. And
they would actually put one of those on their head.
Yeah.
Which says a lot.
Reid Hoffman pledged an undisclosed amount. So President Trump knows exactly who these people are.
501c4, undisclosed. Whenever you hear undisclosed, what that really means is it's hidden by a 501c4.
That's right. All right, Shady Groove, we're coming up on 4 more minutes. We got Rumble Premium Day, guys, and we've got Pandora's Box, Rex 84, and FEMA.
So interesting little.
Go ahead.
I was going to say an interesting little history lesson today with the book if we get into that, but I think we might have a choose your own adventure depending on what happens.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I mean, do we do that now or do we wait to see if he comes on because he's always late?
We do both.
Okay. So join us on Premium. We're going to keep you updated no matter what. We're going to read some really cool stuff to you guys from Pandora's Box, and it might ring some bells today and connect some dots for you as well. So Yeti, we're going to go to Rumble Premium in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Mark. Okay.
3 minutes and 30 seconds. Mark, I'd like to set that up just a little bit by talking about how much the president has been speaking about Chicago and why Chicago is so relevant. Chicago is the nest. Chicago is where they've decided to hail from. And Chicago is where the belly of the beast actually resides whenever you're talking about all this Antifa stuff and a lot of this off-books money, guys. All the off-books money that's coming back into these organizations, a lot of them are centered there in Chicago. So the railroad, the Charleston, Cincinnati, and Chicago Railroad is what it is that is basically the parent company to the Federal Reserve, okay? So the Federal Reserve houses all of these Fortune 500 companies. So all of these companies that went woke and all these companies that demanded that all this DEI stuff about their employees, well, they're all part of a system or a trust that works together in tandem with the Federal Reserve to steal everything in America that is not nailed down. That is what we've been discussing whenever we talk about the bloodlines. That is what we're talking about. We're not talking about a religious sect. We're not talking about Jewish people. We're talking about a globalist order that is maintaining and wielding power over Earth's population so that they can bleed everyone dry, benefit profusely, keep kings in power, and keep you isolated. And
that's a good point because, Queen Marie, these people were kings.
They are the kings and the queens of the world that we're fighting. So the no kings are creating an inverted messaging.
Unbelievable, isn't it? It is.
That's the only way they can make it. That's the only way they can create a spell. The devil can't make anything. He can only manipulate.
Right. Cram, thank you so much. Who will match this? A $5 Rumble rant. Then we had Trust Match. Trust 1961. Thank you. Rev Rob Me, $5. Busan, I will match you and raise you 2 more. $7. Thank you. DJ Based. Cram. Challenge accepted. Thank you so much. $5. And T Critch matched $7. Thank you. Because every little bit helps. If you want to go over and help us as well, go to givesendgo.com/helpmgshow or mg.show/donate, and you can donate there as well. Yeti, take it away.
Here we go. Much love.
In
Daddy.
how much? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you on the other side.